You know how there's big revolutions that happen or disruptions that happen to any industry, right? Do you think these OTTs, the Amazons, the Netflix, the Apple TV, all these guys that are creating the Succession, the House of Cards, the this, the that, you're getting $1 million, $2 million an episode to make. It costs a lot of money to make some of these episodes, right? Some of them, they're even doing at $5 million right now per episode that they have to pay the actors God knows how much money. You're making a 13-hour movie, right? If you really think about it. So you have to, some of these budgets are getting bigger. Was that a good thing for the industry? Was that a bad thing? In what way was it a good thing? In what way was it a bad thing? The OTTs.
I'm not a finance guy and I'm not a numbers guy. But I think this calculation could be, we may want to Google this in a minute, but I think Netflix next year will spend $4 to $6 billion in its production. Just Netflix. So bro, think about that. Just one outlet has to spend that much to make money and fill the pipe. That's bizarre. My company, Foundation Studios, it's never going to go above a certain budget level. I'll only do collaborations and partners. I'd rather have 1/3 of 40 bullets than 2 or all of X, Y, and Z. I don't want to make $25 million movies. And that's pissant numbers in big Hollywood. I want to do it. If my company ever does a $25 million movie from my raised funds and my investors, it'll be a $50 million fund in a partnership with Netflix. I'll negotiate with Netflix. I'll put up half, you put up half the risk, less to you, more to whatever. But instead of trying to keep up with what's happening in the movement of the technology and the AI and all this, the focus is no longer on quality or value. It's just on the machine. The machine now must be fed.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's an interesting thing about what you said about the amount people are paid. Pat, how long ago was it Friends made $1 million a cast member?
I remember that.
How long ago was that?
25,
That was
20.
the beginning of
Right.
what you just said.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It started then.
Right. Right. So now, but there was only one Friends back then, right? If you think about it.
But right after that,
Pleather.
became the goal.
Right. Right.
How do you write stuff? Look, give me an example. Charlie Sheen and the guy that did his show Men, right? Chuck Lorre. Yeah. Chuck Lorre's astronomically successful. Chuck Lorre's TV shows have been played in every language all over the world for 30 years. He's a very successful guy. He won't make that show with Charlie anymore, even though it's going to make the money it would make today, Pat.
Why?
He doesn't want to. Same reason for the guy who got rid of Costner. Those are story guys. Those are creative guys who won't take the absolute guaranteed money if it'll affect who they are as creatives. They'd rather stick to their guns and make less and be true to the game of creative in their heart. That reason you love to go to the movies is why they won't work with certain people.
I read a lot of different stories of what happened with Costner to no longer be there. What your impression? What happened there with Costner leaving? Kevin Costner leaving? Did he get fired? Was it a money issue? What was it?
I can't talk too much about Costner because, I sued him and I lost. So, I sued Kevin Costner and I lost. So, long story.
This is the $3.2 million lawsuit in 2010 or 2012.
Yeah, this was the oil recovery cleanup, and Costner's brother had technology.
$300,000, all that stuff.
And friends of mine pulled him into a deal.
So you can't say anything about it?
No, I just can't. I want to be nice about Kevin Costner.
Oh, I got you.
I don't know Kevin Costner.
Right.
I had a legal transaction with him.
Right.
God bless him. But the story of what happened with me is kind of similar to the story of what happened with him in Yellowstone. So Kevin's known to be behind the scenes a very controlling guy. So if you said, hey, Kevin, come join me, I'll give you stock in Valuetainment, he may have other plans when he's coming into the deal. That's what happened with my experience with him. So good or bad, that's business. You got to do your due diligence, right? All I'm saying is with Yellowstone, it's my understanding that the guy who is the founder, creator, what's his name? Nice guy. My friend James just told me that he's got a friend that knows this guy. He's right here on Valuetainment. I'm telling him, what's the guy's name that runs Yellowstone? I should know. You can see how hard I want to get a job in Hollywood right now, bro.
Taylor Sheridan or John Linson or Gary Roche?
Taylor Sheridan is the founder. He's the original creator of Yellowstone. Right? Mm-hmm. So he starts the show, and it goes a certain way. Now pay attention, Mr. David. And then after hanging out with Mr. What's his name? Kevin Costner? He decides to no longer continue with Kevin Costner. Now that's all I'm going to say about that. The guy who started Yellowstone started with him, it became successful, and then when his contract was up, he said, I'm not going to work with that guy anymore. There must be a reason. And they're being very quiet because they don't want to hurt the brand.
Right. CBS News rumors swirled that an alleged feud between him and Yellowstone's co-creator Taylor Sheridan contributed to his decision to walk away from the role. But Costner told King that he had nothing but love for the show and reflected on his early days working with Sheridan.
Hollywood.
He can run for office with that statement.
Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner and Sheridan and Yellowstone must live on. See? It's business, bro. Don't hurt the brand. Don't hurt Hollywood.
You put Kevin as a great actor?
I got it. You know what Sheridan should do next? Barbie 2. If he does Barbie 2, it'll go through the roof.
So, but do you put Kevin as a great actor?
Kevin was a great actor.
Was?
Yeah.
Like Bodyguard?
No, like Dances with Wolves.
Oh, Dances with Wolves, for sure.
It's perhaps... Now, here's the asshole I am. I lost a lawsuit to Kevin Costner, and I'm still sitting here going, you know what? He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was a brilliant storyteller. Now, Kevin wants to take all of what he thinks he's learned and be the boss. And he's not a boss. You know who's the boss? Patrick McDavid. Patrick McDavid's calling us to do valuetainment and do these things and use that little kid inside that wants to touch the world and be creative and have a heart and teach his kids and pass it on and have that legacy. You're staying in your position according to what, where God's put you.
This is the USA gear, limited edition for the rest of the year. If you love America, sport this USA gear. On the side, it says Future Looks Bright. On the back, it says Valuetainment. On the side, it's got the American flag. We got the shirts. We got the flip-flops. These are the only flip-flops I wear when I'm at the house and walking the dogs. It feels amazing with the gel in it. So if you love America, if you believe the future looks bright, if you love Valuetainment, click on the link above or below. Go wear some of the gear and tag us because we share the pictures on the podcast all the time. So go to vtmerch.com and place your order.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.